Let's take a look at some rational expressions. So rational expression, you can think of that as a fraction where the numerator and the denominator contains some kind of polynomial expression. So let's go back and make sure we know what a polynomial expression is. So polynomials are things like x squared plus 8x plus 16. So this is an example of a trinomial. Another example of a polynomial would be something like x squared plus 11x plus 28. So these are two trinomials with the leading coefficient being 1. So we can see here that the x squared term in both of these polynomials have a coefficient of 1. But there are lots of polynomials out there where the leading coefficient is something other than 1. Like you might have negative 5x squared minus 6x plus 10, okay? So here the leading coefficient is negative 5. It's not 1. And polynomials don't always have to contain 3 terms. You can have a polynomial like 3x to the third power plus 2x squared plus x minus 25. So here it has 4 terms. So poly just means many terms. Now, once we take these polynomials and put them as either the numerator or the denominator of a fraction, so if I take x squared plus 8x plus 16, make that the numerator, and write x squared plus 11x plus 28 as the denominator, I now have what is called a rational expression. So this is an example of a rational expression. Let me give you another example of a rational expression. And let me use my pen here instead of my highlighter. An example would be something like x squared divided by x plus 2. So here is another example of a rational expression. And in this second example, it is as simplified as that expression can be. So we cannot simplify this expression any further. But if you take a look at the first example, the first rational expression, this one can be broken down further and simplified. So how do we simplify rational expressions? Well, to do that, you first factor out the numerator and the denominator, and then you cancel out any common factors. So let's just remind ourselves of what it means to factor and cancel out common terms when we have a fraction. So let's take a look at a fraction. And notice I'm referring to this as just a fraction. It's not a rational expression, but something that you've seen before. So 20 over 60, I want to simplify this. Well, we can simplify this by breaking down the numerator. So 20, I can break it down to a factor of 2 and 10. So 2 times 10, those are factors of 20. And 60, the denominator, I can factor it out as 6 times 10. So hopefully you can see here that 20 and 60 has a common factor of 10, so I can cancel that out, leaving me with 2 over 6. But 2 over 6, we can factor this further and further simplify this fraction. So 2, I can factor that as 1 times 2, and 6, I can factor that as 2 times 3. So then here we see that 2 and 6 have a common factor of 2, which can be canceled out, so leaving us with 1/3. So 20 over 60 can be simplified to 1/3 by factoring out those common factors of 10 and then 2, which is a common factor of really 20. Okay, so in the next couple of videos, we'll take a look at how to factor polynomials, and then we'll come back to how to use that to simplify some rational expressions.